Hi, my name is Kenyale Nails, aka Peaches. I am a woman of many hats. I thank God for every angel He has sent to help me with my journey along the way. Each and every person I will mention in this story has helped shape me into the woman I am today. Thank you for being a part of my story. Without you, I would have no story to tell. For as long as I can remember, I have always summed up my life as the one to receive the short end of the stick. And even so, I was always a happy child, kept a positive attitude and a smile on my face. Even as a young child, I always felt God had something special in store for my life. I just felt it deep in my soul. I was born at Highland Hospital in Oakland, California, May 2nd, 1980. My mother, Vicki Williams, at the time was 17, and my father, Michael Nails, was at the time 18. Because both of my parents were so young, we were unstable and struggled most of the time. We were back and forth between homes with my grandparents and my uncles and aunties until we ended up at the hotel, the Royale Hotel in Oakland on San Pablo Avenue. It was 1985 on a sunny day at 2000 San Pablo Ave. That was the address to the Royale Hotel. I read the sign as I kicked my feet back and forth at this bus stop, sitting on the bench next to my mother. As we waited for the bus to arrive, my great aunt pulled up in her black 79 AMC Spirit and asked my mother if she could take me until she get herself together. I'm thinking, I don't want to go, but then again I do, but my mom will never allow this. But my mother obliged quickly. I was shocked, stunned, and slightly embarrassed at the young age of 5 years old. But then I had already seen too much and was smart enough to know I wasn't properly being taken care of. Again, my mother was young. At that age, I had a lot of pride. And I bet you're wondering, how is it possible for a 5-year-old to have that much pride? Well, let me tell you, watching my mother ask for rides, food, clothes, or a place to stay got the best of me, I guess. Even at 5, I got tired of the pathetic pity looks because I wasn't clean or my clothes weren't the best. But hey, what could I do? I was only a child, a 5-year-old child at that. So I hopped in what I thought was the coolest car ever with my favorite aunt as we rode off, leaving my mom at the bus stop. I loved my aunt. She was a lot of fun, but at the same time, I was scared. Somehow, I knew I wouldn't see my mother on a regular basis. Every day, I wanted to cry, but I didn't because I didn't want to hurt my aunt's feelings or make her think I was going to give her a hard time. For a long time, I was mentally displaced. I didn't know how to think, how to feel. I felt real insecure of myself, and I felt unwanted, even though my aunt had just came and got me. By the age of 6 years old, I had a mental wall up so high, most wouldn't experience it until their 20s. I didn't want to get close to anyone for fearing that they would leave me with my most prized possession, my heart. It's all I had to offer as a friend, cousin, daughter, as crazy as it sounds. This was how my little brain was working at 6 years old. As I got older, I learned my aunt received money, welfare, for taking care of me. I couldn't help but to think, would she raise me if the money wasn't involved? Either way, I have to give some credit where credit is due. My aunt raised me and raised me well, so I think. At the age of 11, my favorite Uncle Andre gave me the name Cinderella. I went from not having anything to call my own to everything a child could dream of. My cousin Lil Dre called my room Toys R Us whenever he came over. I went from living in a roach-infested hotel to crashing at other family members' homes to having my own room, bed, TV, dresser, clothes, shoes, and space. My own space. It was in that room on East 20th Street that I made no stranger to contemplating, pondering, being free, and becoming one with my thoughts, and in a real chance to evaluate and access who and how I was feeling. I felt out of place, even with pretty clothes, shoes, all the stuff in the world, all the attention I was getting for the rest of the family. I still felt out of place. Where were my parents? Why did they just leave me? I would soon find out drugs had a big part to play in why my parents couldn't take care of me. This concludes part 1. Part 2 coming soon.